Why hello. So today I'm going to show you guys how I get this done. How I add all of these different amazing pieces to my collection for free. Not only that, how I a lot of the time make money adding these amazing pieces to my collection. I saw an ad on Facebook Marketplace, which I believe is the best resource for Barbie collectors, I mean, at least in America. And it was very far away, but I'm a collector, that's what we do. We travel, we go the distance. I hit up a bunch of different stores, places I've never been to before. I'm going to show you exactly how much I spent on each item and its actual value. Did I make a profit? Did I break even? I'll spoil it for you a little bit. I did pretty well. Let's begin our little journey across Southern California. So I headed down the San Bernardino Mountains where I live, making my way toward Ventura, California. Now I showed up a little ahead of schedule, so I went to a place that was nearby the marketplace seller's house, and it's called Antique Adventures, and they had some Barbie stuff, not a lot. There was a case. I'm always checking out vinyl cases, and if they're in perfect condition at the right price, I might grab one. Another thing I'm seeing all the time, whether it's an antique mall or any toy store, are these Labubus. Not my thing, but there you have it. There was a cool little booth there with a lot of creepy doll items and strange artifacts. I don't really buy trolls, but one thing I do look for are two-headed trolls. It's just a thing. They're cool, they're rare. No two-headed trolls, so I will call this store a bit of a bust. But anyway, it was time for me to head over to the marketplace seller's house, so that is where I went next. Okay, so I just picked up the lot that I came here for. And a lot of cool stuff. There's a bunch of clothes in here, all vintage stuff. There's a cool Barbie case. At the end of the video, I'll go through the whole lot of everything that I get on this trip so you guys can see it all up close. But, you know, there's a lot of stuff in here. Here's an American Girl, Midge, original Ken doll, Ricky. Here is, Midge's wig wardrobe. Lots of good finds. I can't dig them all out right now, but this was a good lot. Next, I headed over to a place called the Ventura Antique Market, and there were some toys there. Not a lot. It was mostly like home furnishings and various tchotchkes and things like that. But as you'll see in a second, I did find something. Over by the counter, I did see this Generation Girl. I've been meaning to do a Y2K Barbie video for my channel, so whenever I see like Generation Girl stuff, I've been considering buying it. So I got this one, Nichelle. She's cute. Next, I headed over to a vintage toy store called Daniel's that was just a couple of blocks away. This was way cooler than I thought it would be. It looks like a tiny little store, but it was pretty big. There were a lot of like Monster High dolls and Ever After High and just a lot of like cool stuff in there. And I did come up with something. A Mycene doll. A Chelsea doll who comes with a CD-ROM. So far been a pretty good trip, I would say. Not over yet. Mycene Chelsea, her outfit is super cute, by the way. Very cute. All right, let's move along. All right, so next I headed over to a place called Times Remembered. And this is a very large antique mall, and there were a ton of booths here and a ton of vintage toys and dolls. And I mean, honestly, there were so many different things to look at in this store and a lot of Barbie stuff. You know, you'll see an original Barbie dream house, not in great condition, but it was there, pretty rare. A lot of holiday Barbies and just various old vintage Barbies. I did not find a lot of Barbies here that were priced that low, but I did find something else. All right, now I did have to ask someone to open up a case for me. I saw a basket of little dolls and I found some gold at this place. These are Rock Flowers dolls. Now, if you guys are fans of Dawn dolls from the 60s and 70s, you know, they're smaller than Barbie, which I think makes them, you know, like easier to collect. You've got more space for them. And I honestly have always preferred Rock Flowers dolls, 2 Dawn dolls. I think that their faces are prettier. I think that their clothes are 10 times better. I know that some of you are just diehard Dawn fans and you don't like what I'm saying, but I love these. These are very much in the style of live action Barbie set. This one, still tagged with the plastic on its hair. Got a little one, looks like just a miniature little Ken. And oh my God, look at the fringe on here, the little redhead. I think that this was definitely a good find. On my way back toward the mountains, I stopped off in Santa Clarita, found a little lunch, and I saw this place that was on the way, just antiques and collectibles. No idea what I'm gonna find in here. Hopefully there's something good. So let's see. Now this place was probably the biggest one so far. It must have taken me like 45 minutes to walk through this whole place. There were a lot of Barbies here, all different kinds of toys. I mean, some pretty impressive ones. They had pretty much everything. And again, here I am checking out another Barbie case. And while this place was huge and a lot of fun, I actually didn't find anything that was priced for what I was looking for. And then it was time to just head back home through all of this desert land and back up into the mountain. And it was honestly a lovely trip. Okay, so this is almost everything that I bought on the little trip. I have gone through everything here and valued it. Let's just go over it really quickly. The Generation Girl doll, spent $15 on it. I would value this at around $40. The Mycene doll, I spent $45 on this, and I would value it at around $75. I am trying to list prices here that are, priced to sell. Now, a good amount of these I have added some outfits to because they don't like appearing naked on camera. Neither do I. There's a time and a place. We have a painted Ken here, the second edition of Ken. This is my sailor outfit, and I needed one, so I'm gonna keep this Ken. I would value him in pretty great shape at around $50. Next to him, we have a fashion queen. She did come with a few wigs. The body's in pretty great shape. The face is in good shape. I would value her at $90. Next, we have an original Midge. She's not wonky-eyed or anything. Her hair's in pretty great shape. Body's in pretty great shape. I'd say the value of her is around $70. Below her, we have Midge's wig wardrobe. She's in good shape too. I would value this at around $80. Next, we have late 60s Stacy Atitian in very great shape. I would list her for about $130. She did come with this Caribbean cruise outfit. It's pretty common. You see it around quite a bit, but it's in good shape. I would mark that at $40. Next to her, we have a Casey doll, and she looks pretty great. This is my outfit, but I would still list her at around $135. And down here, we have a Twist and Turn Francie in pretty great shape. I would list her at about $100. And she did come with this outfit called Cool White, which is very, very hard to find actually, and goes for a lot of money. Now, this one is missing the tights and the shoes, and the outfit I would say is in fair condition, so I would list it at around $100. Next to her, bin leg Midge. Some of you might call her an American Girl Midge. I would probably list her at around $180. I don't see anything wrong with her. She's in good shape. She did come with this skater's outfit called Skater's Waltz. It's not the complete outfit. You see it around quite a bit. I would list that at about $25 for the outfit. Next to her, we have a bubble cut Barbie. Her hair needs a little bit of work, but everything else is in pretty great shape. I would list her at about $100, and she did come with that Barbie in Holland outfit, and all it's missing is a pair of socks on there. So I would list that outfit at about $55. It's pretty common. I guess not a lot of people have that much interest in it, but I think it's super cute. I'm gonna keep that. Moving down here, we've got a Tootie and a Chris. Tootie, I would price in great shape with her little outfit here at $45. And Chris, I would list at around $60. Next to them, we have an original Ricky doll. He's cute. He did come with this little outfit called Sunday suit. The doll, I would list around $50. And the Sunday suit, I would list at about $60. Next to him, Skipper doll. I would list her at around $60. I would say she's in good condition. And next to that, Scooter doll. I would list that at around $40. All right, over here, this vinyl case. You know, these aren't worth that much money, but I love these vinyl cases. And I realized I don't have a red one here. I'm going to keep this. But I would value it at around $25. It's in near mint condition. In front of them, we have the Rock Flowers doll, which I would price at about $55. It might wind up going for like $45 realistically in the box there, because the box is all taped together. But, you know, it has the stand and everything. I still think it's a cool piece. I'll keep that one. And these Rock Flowers dolls, I would list at about $20 each. If I really wanted to price them to sell, maybe between $10 and $15 each. But I would start at $20 a doll just to see what happens. Okay, so let's add all of this up and see how we did. I spent $280 on everything you saw today, and another $70 or so on gas, which would bring the total spent to $350. Now, the total value of everything, if I was going to sell it all, would be $1,750, which would make a total profit of $1,400 in one afternoon's work. If you stay persistent and hunt, you can just have your collection pay for itself. Now, as far as what I'm going to keep, I think I'll definitely keep the Stacy doll and the bin leg Midge doll, the bubble cut with the outfit, if I can get the hair looking nice. I'll probably keep the Francie. I don't think I'll keep this outfit. If I can sell it for $100, I might put it towards another outfit. I don't like having outfits that aren't in really great shape. The Ricky, because he's wearing that Sunday suit, he would be cute on the shelf. The Rock Flowers dolls I'm definitely going to keep. The case I'm going to keep. Lots of good finds here. I think this was a very successful little trip. Before we go, let's watch one of your videos that you sent in to me. Okay, so today's viewer video comes from Alyssa in Cleburne, Texas. She's 37 and a registered nurse. Now let's check out her collection. Okay, nicely organized. All right, I see a bunch of holiday Barbies. I do love a holiday Barbie, especially like, you know, the 90s ones. I mean, the campier they are, the better for me. I see some newer ones here mixed in. Oh, we got a Caboodles Barbie. Nice. I see a bubble cut. We got the new Bill Greening, 12 Days of Christmas dolls there. I see a Wonder Woman Barbie, very cute. Oh, McDonald's Barbies. I love those Happy Meal Barbies. I use them as Christmas ornaments, actually. Very cute. Powerpuff Girls. I do love Powerpuff Girls. I've been kind of looking around for those like LOL OMG ones. I don't even collect those, but I just think they're cute. Totally Hair, Hollywood Hair. Very cute. Oh, I see some Barbie rewinds. So she really collects, all around. I see the new Bill Greening doll there. Ah, yes. Jewel, Mermaid. I think we have a big Teresa fan on our hands here. Another Totally Hair Barbie. Super cute. Alyssa says she collects Barbies from the 90s in boxes, and her favorite one is the twirling ballerina and the Puerto Rican doll from Dolls of the World. You can see that. Very cute. She says, I have a very small collection, roughly 200. So, I mean, only a doll collector would say I have a very small collection of 200 dolls. You gotta love them. You gotta love us, right? I see the anniversary dolls. Man, so cute. So cute. Very well organized. You have a very beautiful collection here. Thank you for sharing that. I love seeing it. Now, if you want me to share your collection on my channel, I am including, again, a link in the description below. The more the merrier. I will keep showing them. The more I get them, I still have a lot to get through. So if you've sent me a video, just know it's going to come out there. No collection is too small, whatever. I don't care what kind of dolls you collect. It doesn't matter. I love looking at them. I hope you guys have enjoyed this little road trip video of mine. Please subscribe and like and comment, and happy hunting. I'll see you next time. Bye.